Are we good?
We're good.
All right. So we're live, this whole camera thing. So we've done this now. This is our third time, right?
Yes.
And so for those of you, obviously, if you're listening to this in audio, you should probably check it out in video as well. Can you share the link in the audio version of this to the video version of it?
I think it automatically does that.
Automatically does that? I don't know these things. Yeah. But so that being said, obviously the show starts a little differently when we do these. You don't get the whole hey everybody, welcome welcome back. And my brother Tony's here, and then I got to go, hey TBOM land, I got to come up with something new there. But that being said, we're just gonna talk today. Today's that preview where we talk about we're previewing season 4, but we're gonna talk a little bit about season 3. Here's something that I do want to point out real quick, and it just happened today. I received there was one message on Facebook where somebody commented on the pre-workout post that we had on our Two Brothers One Mic page. If you're not on there, you guys should be on there. Two Brothers One Mic on Facebook. We always put a lot of information on there, and I've answered questions on there before, and people have messaged me on there. So feel free at all times to do that. But the message that came in on Facebook on our TBOM page, and then I got about 3 text messages, and I got maybe like 4 voicemails today, and everybody saying the same thing. This sounds like a very interesting particular episode that you guys are previewing here. I have to start listening to your show. And so I say to them, yeah. I mean, guys, listen, we're not saying that, so we have 60 episodes in. I don't really count the 3 preview episodes, no. Right? But we're 60 episodes in, and in those episodes, if you're looking for something in particular like nutrition, I'd say we've got 15 or 16 episodes now where we talk about some form of nutrition, or we have a guest on our show, like Tom Kitchen Abs, one of our sponsors. Check out their website, kitchenabs.com. So it's kitchenabz.com, by the way. One of our sponsors for Two Brothers One Mic. So he talks a lot about macronutrients and food prep and things of that nature. We talk about ketogenic diet. We talk about intermittent fasting. We talk about the carnivore diet. We had Amber Landsman Butcher on, professional trainer, and she talks about how the carnivore diet was so great for her. That was in season 2. But again, all those shows are still there. She'll be back in season 4. We'll be doing another interview with her. And that being said, supplementation with Ron the pharmacist. People, I receive on a weekly basis, Joe, 15 to 20 messages asking me about supplements, asking me about pre-workout, asking me about creatine, asking me about protein and protein drinks, whey protein, whey isolate. What does that mean? What does whey concentrate mean? What am I looking for? What are the ratios I'm looking for in grams of the product to grams of protein? Right. And folks, the reason why, listen, when me and Joe first started discussing this stuff, it was one of the reasons was because of how overwhelmed I am with the amount, and I love it. I like the fact that you guys have that confidence in me, but I can't keep up with everybody. So if you're an individual who texts me on a personal basis because we know each other that way, please understand that sometimes I don't get right back to you because literally I'm answering 5 or 6 other people on top of everything else I'm doing. And so what we thought was, how about a podcast? Well, it was a YouTube channel at first, but then a podcast where we could start talking to people about all these things they ask. And then some of you continue to ask, but you're not listening to the show. And so my point is, I want to get to this show, and he wants to get this show to the point where we can actually not have that situation where you're reaching out to me on a personal level all the time, unless, well, obviously if I know them personally, that's a different story. Sure. But for those of you I don't know personally, I want to make sure that everyone's getting the information that they're looking for.
Yeah, the information will be at their disposal. They don't have to wonder, if Tony's working, now you have to wait for a response, or he's, overwhelmed or whatever.
Yeah.
You can just go and look down a list of titles and find the one that applies and give it a listen.
Yeah. And that's the thing, we have the feel-good stories. The Jenny Maynor interview was fantastic, and that's just one interview that we did. We're going to have a couple of interviews. We'll talk about that when we talk about the preview for season 4 here in a minute. We're on a timer. Timer's right there. We're watching it. You'll see me every now and then look over at the timer. So, that being said, as far as season 3 goes, we had all that. We had the 3 shows about pre-workout with Ron the Pharmacist. Folks, pre-workout is probably one of the most popular topics when it comes to working out. And we had one with creatine as well. But pre-workout, one of the most popular topics. And we had 3 shows with Ron the Pharmacist, who is very well versed in his background in supplementation. And we talk in detail about the caffeine ingredient, about vitamin B. We talk about so many other things that are in the product that mimic caffeine but don't say caffeine, for those of you who may be somewhat sensitive to caffeine. So you understand how much caffeine is actually in the product you're taking. Some products that aren't too good for you. Some products that are fantastic that work for Ron the Pharmacist, that work for me. He gives his own little concoction that he uses using Advocare product, and how it helps him in terms of looking for that energy you're looking for. We talk about how sleep is important with pre-workout, how nutrition is important with pre-workout. So you have to listen to the show. You have to listen to the show because that's where you're going to get all your information from.
I think second to pre-workout is protein supplement. I mean, that's been around for way before the pre-workout thing started coming into play.
And we haven't even gotten really into that yet.
Yeah, and so I'm really hoping that's something that we're going to venture into in season 4. This season we were very pre-workout heavy, and I would like to see a lot more into the protein, the world of supplemental protein in season 4 as well.
Ron the Pharmacist, this is on you now. He just gave you he just handed you the key right there. So Ron the Pharmacist will make that decision, and I'm sure he'll be more than happy to talk about that kind of stuff as well. And so will I, as I will, and Joe for that matter as well. So, this is a journey. And I have to tell you guys, I always say this, I wish everyone would listen from the beginning and then make your way all the way to episode 60 and then try to make, play the catch-up game, so to speak.
Sure.
You have
Binge.
It's important because in episode 35, we'll say some things that if you listen to episode 17, you'll tie it together.
Yep.
And that's why it's important. I know a lot of times what we'll do, though, also is Joe will leave
links
in the description of the podcast so you can go back to those shows and listen. But guys, listen, this is, this is going to be a journey. It cannot be the overnight pill. We say that on the show all the time. It has to be your ability to have patience and to go after something. And, I don't know. I mean, it's basically, it's that whole thing of the overnight pill everybody's looking for. And this is not the show for you, if that's what it is. And here's another thing.
We're all about the marathon, not the sprint.
Yeah, so basically. See how easy that was? I just couldn't figure out the words. But, that being said, before we start talking about season 4 here in a second, if you guys are serious about trying to be the best you, all right? The one thing we want you to realize is this. We are not 2 guys that are sitting there up here looking down at you and saying, follow us because we know it all and we've done it all. We're giving you our experiences. We're giving you our knowledge and background, okay? When it comes to being a professional trainer, when it comes to somebody who, how much did you weigh?
I was up to, I believe, 247 was my highest.
And then you started following your journey and you started researching and I was talking to you a lot. And where are you at now?
Actually, now I'm at about 184.
184. So, I mean, and so we're just giving you our journeys. And we're on the clock the whole time. When we're talking about being the best you and we have those shows, and Dr. Nicole Rentilla is on with us, who is just a fantastic interview. Yeah. I mean, always. When we're talking to her, we're trying to get information from her because we want to know too. We want that knowledge too. We want to understand also. We are all in this together. We're just kind of trying to lead everybody. And at the same time, we're trying to put ourselves on the clock saying, hey, listen, if this is what you're going to preach, this is what you have to practice. So, it does us good too because it puts us under the gun, so to speak, when, sure. We say, hey, listen, you can't say that and not follow it, right? Yeah. You can't eat 8 blizzards if you're telling people, don't eat 8 blizzards.
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah, unfortunately, no. So there's that. So if you haven't started listening, okay, The 3 seasons are up there. We're on Spotify, Anchor, Apple, Google, Facebook, Stitcher, Breaker,
Amazon.
Amazon. I always forget that one.
Yeah, we just got on it. Actually.
I didn't know that. All right. So there's that. So I mean, almost there's a couple people I know that listen to us on Stitcher. I never knew Stitcher existed.
Yeah, if it weren't for the Anchor platform where I saw that our show was going to Stitcher, I never would have.
Yeah.
Breaker for that matter.
Yeah.
Honestly, when we first started this, anything beyond Apple iTunes, I had no clue.
No,
So,
Spotify. But we knew Anchor was affiliated with Spotify.
Right.
So, I mean, maybe, I don't know. I have a lot of people that will say to me, I have no idea how to get on your podcast. Maybe I'm not being, I'm not trying to be an idiot, so to speak, but maybe we have to have a small video where we show people how to get on the podcast.
Yeah. And it's pretty simple because especially if you're seeing this, you're seeing it on our social media platforms. And so link is in the description. And there it is. Perhaps I am being a little bit of an idiot, but that's okay. All you gotta do is click on the link and follow the show.
Yeah, I mean, that's really it. And folks, you're talking to the most ignorant when it comes to technology that you've ever seen.
He's still doing FaceTime Lives, folks. If you remember, FaceTime Lives. I cannot get Facebook Live into this man's head to save my life, but it's FaceTime Live.
So
That's it.
oh, you mean I say that all the time?
Yes, it's Facebook Live.
Oh, do I?
Yes, you do.
But so the Facebook Live, actually now as we get into season 4, as we're finishing up season 3, people will notice that I'll try to do a Facebook Live once a week. And so the whole purpose of it is just to give everybody an understanding of what the next show is going to be one day later. The new show. It doesn't mean that the show from the week before went away. If you go to our podcast station, all the episodes are listed there. All of them. From the very first one we did.
2021?
Yeah.
April of 2021?
A formal introduction, not that formal, when we just kind of introduce ourselves to everybody of who we are and why we're doing what we're doing.
You know, and thinking about that, I'd probably just get a title that, The Informal Introduction, but I don't know. I get a little bit
too late now.
I get a little bit wordy with the title.
It's too late now. Too many people have already listened to it now. Yeah. So that being said, that's something you're going to have to work on. Make sure when you commit to that title. All right.
I think I've gotten better.
Yeah. So I mean, that being said, when it comes to you see me doing that, you may have also seen on Facebook stories. Guys, listen to me. I don't know what I'm doing. Like I don't know. Like I hit buttons. And I don't know what's going on. And so I started doing so we're trying to get into video, and season 4 is going to start presenting that. So we're doing like the Walmart portion of it right now. I apologize to anybody who works at Walmart. I don't mean it in that way. I just mean, I do mean it in that way.
Exactly that way.
So we're in the Walmart portion of everything right now. All right, trying to get up into the the Target.
Meijer.
Is Meijer higher?
I think Meijer should be higher than Target, actually.
Okay, so we're trying to get to Meijer. Really?
Yeah, in this area.
Shouldn't we go with Gucci or something like that, or is that a?
That's Grove City. That has nothing to do with that. I don't even think that's Grove City.
It's just an outlet. Yeah. All right, so we're in the Walmart portion right now. I'm just out there doing the Facebook story thing, and I do a little workout, and I learned how to put music to it. I think I accidentally added smoke one time. I didn't mean to add smoke, but there's smoke in the video, and I'm just like, that's okay. I'll just go with the smoke. Then I did this whole thing where I was able to cut the story up, and I was able to talk about the podcast in little spurts. There was 8 little stories, and you know how proud I was of myself that day. I mean, I had no idea.
And he should be, because I have no clue. He got me on TikTok, showed me this video.
Well, now we're on TikTok.
Yeah, showed me how to do TikTok videos, and I watched it. Now I do. He subscribed to everybody. I've yet to make one video, as you guys know.
My advisor on TikTok is 12 years old. He's trying to show me. He's getting mad at me when I don't know what I'm doing. I still don't know what's going on TikTok. All I've done so far on TikTok is basically, first of all, I started looking through TikTok, and now I'm addicted to the whole thing, and I hate myself. But so everything is funny. Everyone, here's what can I ask you guys a question? Why are 1.2 million of us watching people who make their dogs look like they're talking and thinking that's the greatest thing ever? But you see like a video where it's something that's informative and serious, and my only thing could be this, because we're so tired of the seriousness
Yes.
that we're looking to get away from.
I was just going to say, it almost bleeds into the entertainment industry today. Not to get into this rant, but a lot of times, you'll see political stories making their ways into like your Grey's Anatomies. Where, we go to these shows or to these social media platforms sometimes to escape those realities. So I think that's just it. A lot of people, they're looking for the funny, looking for a break from the norm, and that's what it is.
That could be it. When you're looking for us on TikTok, I have to actually look real quick here. So TikTok, my TikTok is I changed it not that long ago, and so now I got to look real quick here. Oops, I don't want to talk to you. So it's if you're looking for me on TikTok, if you're looking for Two Brothers One Mike, it's the @ sign, right? The number 2 bros, BROS _ the number 1 and Mike, MIC. At the number 2 BROS _ the number 1 and then MIC. That would be how you would find us on TikTok. And all I've done so far is put on some one exercise I was doing, and I videoed it, and I added a little bit of music to it. I want to start talking on there. I want to start doing explanations. I want to do. I see there's a thing where I could do the exercise and then do an over. What do you call it?
Voiceover.
Voiceover, that's the word. Voiceover. Yeah, you think I'm joking when I talk about how ignorant I am to technology, and a voiceover. And I apologize in the beginning when I first start doing these, because who knows how that's going to work out. But we want to start doing that, and then Joe, we want to get into a little bit more this coming season as far as some of the shows we're going to be doing.
Yeah, we're looking at actually uploading video. Wanting to do this, definitely looking into it. Where because Tony is a lot of times out of town with his job, we have to find other ways to do it. Now I know that Zoom is one thing, but we're looking something that's a little bit more set up for our needs as far as podcasting. So we will do something, and if at the very least, if it has to be Zoom with the little Zoom brand name on it, so be it. But we definitely want to start down the path of video, and
eventually we're going to have our studio.
Yeah, progressing until you see us in our own studio. So.
Yep, and that's actually taking place little by little. You talk about having patience. This is where we have to follow our own words, right? We tell you guys to have patience in your journey. This is a lot of patience, let me tell you right now.
Yeah.
So there's that, and just a quick preview now as we wrap this up for season 4. Some of our interviews are going to be fantastic. We've already talked to several of the people that we're going to interview when we do the show on success.
Did you say fantastic?
No, but I could if you want me to.
No, I thought you said fantastic. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't know, did I? No, so fantastic.
Little foreshadowing.
Yeah, so fantastic is what I thought I said.
Yeah.
But when we talk about our show that we're going to have, when we talk about success, the concept of success, Kurt and Rachel Tucker. If you guys have not listened to any other interviews, you do not want to miss this interview. For sure. If you're somebody who's looking for what it takes to be successful in every aspect, mind, body, and soul, these two have come from nothing to something. And how they handle it and what their viewpoint is and what their goals are and what their drive is and what their motivation is, you do not want to miss that show.
Real quick, to elaborate, the nothing to something, don't think, I know we want to think right away, oh, so they had nothing and now they're multimillionaires. It says nothing to it. Money may be present, but it is aside from any of that. We're talking about personal development and character, spirituality, just being a better person, being the best them. Really is what it is.
Yeah, and they're going to. That's going to be fantastic.
Sure.
Frederick Graham. If you guys listened to A Feel Good Story, which was the first episode of season 3, I talked a little bit about him. I met him on vacation not that long ago. And his story is fantastic. You don't want to miss that as well. And that's just the beginning. There's several others. Dr. Nicole Rentilla will be back. Ron the Pharmacist will be back. Amber Landsman Butcher will be back. And so you don't want to miss these interviews. And
we're back. I don't know if we're in the same position. We ran out of time. Tony just kept talking right through the timer, and now we're back. So It is what it is. I tried for the continuity. Don't know if I framed it up right again. None of you probably care about anything I just said, so we're going to pick back up with where we left off.
I think what I was talking about was basically at the end of the show, I was saying that Frederick Graham is going to be on Rick, and that's going to be a great feel-good story, as well as all the other people that I talked about, which I know that the video picked up on. So, basically, listen, that journey starts. We're going to be down for 2 weeks after you guys hear this. So you're listening to this episode or watching it, and then we're going to have a 2-week shutdown period, and then we're going to come back with season 4, which is going to air.
Boy, notes are good. Probably sometime in August.
We're going to have to. What are we going to do here? July 20th.
July 20th. Okay, it's going to air July 20th. Just keep it.
See what happens when normally we edit this all out, but we're going to stay transparent. July 20th, right? Hang on, because you come home from vacation.
Yep. Yeah.
Here.
You're good. Right.
Or here.
There.
There.
Really there, yeah.
So really you're coming home there.
Right.
So we'll pick it up here.
Correct.
Hey, by the way, we have another new sponsor coming. Should we talk about that real quick?
We have time now.
Now that we forgot about that.
We have time now.
How do you forget about DJ Yoakley?
Yeah, really.
Listen, and it'll start in July. You'll start hearing another commercial on our podcast about the YSN network. And that is DJ Yoakley's the CEO and his band of approximately 70 workers, and the effort that they've put in since 2017 to make them premier in what they're doing with the Northeast Ohio, Western Pennsylvania area when it comes to high school, as well as a little bit into college now. In terms of interviews, they interview high school athletes, they interview college athletes, coaches, ADs. They actually have sportscasters at the games that do the play-by-play, almost like an ESPN feel. And they came from nothing to something, for sure. If you listened to the show in season 3, obviously, where we did an interview with DJ Yoakley, soon thereafter, they decided to sponsor Two Brothers, One Mic, and we can't be happier. Can we be any happier? I mean, what a great partnership now, and hopefully for a long, long time as they continue to grow and grow, and we plan on doing the same. So, again, a shout out to our sponsors now, with Tom Kitchenabs, kitchenabs.com, and with DJ Yoakley and the YSN network. We appreciate what you're doing, as well as the sponsor that we've had since day one, Anchor FM, and what they've been doing for us. So we appreciate that from all of our sponsors. And like I say at the end of every show, get ready for season 4, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're not doing anything else,
be the best you.
Be the best you. Take care.